God's peace be with you. Commitment. That is a big word. Unfortunately, it is no longer understood nor lived out by many Christians. We live in a world of broken promises, unfulfilled contracts, failed marriages. But the Christian life is a life of commitment to God, to family, to Christian community, to church, to others. To be committed is to devote oneself unreservedly. It is something that is total. When we decide to follow Jesus, we have to go all out. We cannot continue to have one foot in His kingdom and the other foot outside it. We cannot straddle the fence. We need to make our decision, one way or another. Otherwise, the Lord will not have us. Jesus says in Revelation 3 verse 16, "Because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I will spew you out of my mouth." Commitment is a must for Christians. Let us look at some important aspects of this. Many things are important to us in this world. Some are good things like family, work, service. Some are questionable like power, status, wealth. We desire some of these things so much that they become like idols in our lives, pursued at all costs. But we are commanded to worship God alone. We are to have no other gods but Him. We are also commanded to love God with a love that is a total giving of self, heart, soul, mind, and strength. This is a call to be single-hearted for God. We are to have our whole focus on the Lord, to have Him as our number one priority, to have no attachment but Him. In fact, we are to deny our very self. A total giving of self to God precludes any focus or attachment to anyone or anything else. We are to love God with our whole selves, holding nothing back, wanting only to love and serve Him. God is much more important than anything else. Our spouse, family, community, work, service. But of course, we do not neglect our other responsibilities in life. Our commitment to God should result in our commitment to everything else that forms part of our life as Christians. Thus, we are committed as well to our spouse, children, work. But these other commitments merely stem from our first and foremost commitment, which is the Lord, and in no way should stand in the way of a total giving of ourselves to Him. Now, there is another important element of our commitment. This has to do with God's plan to bring all things in the heavens and on earth into one under Christ's headship. And God's way of accomplishing this is to enlist our cooperation as His co-workers in the harvest. Jesus says, "He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters." Here it is again. There is no middle ground. Either we are fully with the Lord and actively working for His interests, or by our complacency or disinterest, we are in effect working against the fulfillment of God's plan. So we must evangelize. We must gather with the Lord. Are we missing the many opportunities, the open doors that God has prepared for us? Perhaps today, God has prepared the heart of a co-worker at our office. All that is needed is a word from us, a life-giving word, a sharing of ourselves, a loving act that reflects the love of Christ. And if we miss that, would this person go the wrong way? By not gathering the sheep, are we in fact scattering them? We are called to total commitment to God. And this is simply a response to God's own commitment to us, freely given, undeserved by us, at great expense to Himself. Let us imitate Jesus. He gave everything. His commitment was unilateral, unconditional, and total. God bless you.